Hey guys, Ken Smith, Ken Smith Fishing. So this is the best time of year to buy all of your tackle. And I'm doing this off cycle. I normally do my videos on Tuesday for a release, but some of this stuff will sell out and I'm not sure when one of these sales ends because I can't find it online. So I wanted to share with you guys a bunch of stuff on 2 different sites that are great deals, and a couple of them you'll never buy at a better deal than what they have right now. So the first place I'm going to take you is 6 Cents Fishing website. As you guys know, or if you don't know, they support my channel. So if you will use the links in the descriptions below or the QR codes on the screen, that tells them that you found their stuff through me, and they will continue to support my channel as they have done in the past. Which, look, I don't do this for a living. I never wanted to do this for a living. I do really well. I've been incredibly blessed in the insurance business, but this helps pay for cameras and travel and time away from that work, so I can bring you guys content. So anytime you use these links, it's greatly appreciated, because I am one of those guys. I have what we live off account, and I have a fishing account. Most of you guys do the exact same thing, and as long as there's money in that fishing account, I can go fishing and bring you these videos. So first stuff to look at here, and by the way, I don't know when this sale ends, and some of this stuff will absolutely sell out. Matter of fact, some of it's already selling out. So wire baits and jigs, all their spinner baits on 25% off. They're braided and they're fine wire swim jig. They make 2 different swim jigs. One, if you're throwing it on fluorocarbon, which is a lighter wire hook, and then a heavier wire hook if you're throwing it on braid so you don't spring that hook. Those are 25% off. Umbrella rigs. Umbrella rigs across the board are all pretty expensive. This is the time of year to stock up on your umbrella rigs, 25% off. Then they got some spectacular deals in the hard bait space. So the first one I'll point out to you are the draws. The draws are 30% off, pretty much every color in the draw. Then likewise, the traces are 30% off. Over in the crankbait space, so the Pressure Series, if you haven't seen the Pressure Series, it came out, I think, early this year, and it's a flat-sided crankbait. So to me, it's as much a cold water crankbait as a pressure crankbait, but they wanted to create a crankbait that had a little different wobble, a little different sound, a little different feel to it for heavily pressured fish like the fish on Rayburn and Toledo. So these baits, I've got a bunch of these baits. I will fish a lot with these baits through the winter. These baits, in some cases, are up to 50% off. So those are great deals on relatively brand new baits to space. Now, one of the things I did notice that are really sold out pretty bad already are the Crush Series square bills. Of course, that's some of the best selling stuff that 6 Cents makes, but there are still some colors and some versions that are available. And the ones I saw there were, I think, 30% off. Now, one of the things that I throw a lot, as you guys see, is the swank. The swanks across the board, 30% off, lots and lots of colors. And then, you know, I've kind of transitioned from throwing a lot of C20s and C25s to the 300 and the 500, and now they've got the 400 DDs out. That's become my deep water crankbait, and I like the way it pulls a little better than the C Series. And you can see, obviously, they've expanded that, adding the 400 DD in this space, and those are 30% off as well. And then on your terminal tackle, this is the time of year to buy all your tungsten and all that stuff. And I think personally, 6 Cents makes above and beyond the best peg stoppers in the business. So their tungsten here looks like 20% off. Peg stoppers 20% off. I'll buy a bunch of those. You guys saw me throwing this Axis swing head, underspin. That bait is 50% off. I was just throwing that, as you guys saw, at Fork the other day. And then a lot of their gear and storage is on sale as well. The large bait bags, which you guys want, anytime you see me open a box, there's a bunch of large bait bags and a bunch of small bait bags in all my boxes. That's how I organize my stuff. Those are down to 12 bucks a piece, and the small bait bags are down to 8 bucks a piece. And then the cases. Now, I don't carry a lot of these cases in the boat. I carry keep a lot of them in storage. I do carry 2 of the jerkbait, which you see on the top left of the screen there. I carry 2 of those, a deep and a shallow, in the boat, and I kind of rotate what I think I want in there, so I have multiple colors in there. And then this is my storage once baits are open. You guys know I pegboard stuff still, but once something's open, it goes back in one of these if it's not in the box that I think I'm going to use that weekend. So lots of those are in the boat barn and also here in Richardson as well. A lot of guys love their rod series. I have several of the rods. You guys know I'm largely a Lew's guy, but I've got a bunch of Divine rods and the Lux rods in my lineup as well, and actually some of the ESP rods as well. Just stuff that I've kind of picked up over the years as specialty rods that I wanted for different stuff. Great deal on their rods right now. Buy one, get one 50% off. Now, up to 63% off, a whole bunch of apparel, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is a shirt I love. I didn't realize this till I sat down that I had this shirt on and that these are on sale. These shirts and the short sleeve summer version of this shirt, this is a flannel shirt, are 63% off. These shirts are $22 a piece. That is a great deal on a snap shirt. So they're the old Western snaps. I love these shirts. Wear them like crazy. I'll actually wear these shirts to work quite a bit on days I'm not seeing clients or advisors. So that is the 6 cent sale. I think everything on the 6 Cents website is on sale at some degree, but those were some of the things that really jumped out at me. Now, on the Tackle Warehouse, we're now into week 3 on the Tackle Warehouse sale. There's 7 or 8 different sections of stuff for sale right now. Those are including reels, hard baits, swim baits, lure making, storage, and then there's a specific Lew's on several Lew's products that's just a Lew's sale. So I'll point a couple of these things out. So that little mock reel, that's a nice reel at a great price point. For $69, $70, take $14 off that price. So that's a good price on that reel. And then a couple of the pin reels, some 7 reels, level fishing spinning reels are on sale. Now, I'll point this out to you guys like that. Let me pick one of these out here. Like that Okuma Wave spinning reel down there. So it's already on clearance at $179. But then when you dump it in your cart, it takes another 20% off of that. So if you can find stuff in that clearance space, you can really get some spectacular deals on everything, right? All the different sections that have stuff on sale also have stuff in sections in clearance. So you kind of get a double discount on those. So a bunch of spinning reels on sale. And a bunch of them are kind of double dips where you can get them on clearance and you can also pick them up at 20% off as well. And I'm not going to stroll through all those for you, but and then a bunch of the Lou stuff, I'll kind of circle back to that in a minute. But on bait casting reels, again, you got reels that are like that 13 fishing. If you're trying to put a kid in a reel, you can get 55% off and then 20% off. That's a really good sales price. A bunch of the mock stuff's on sale. And then I jumped over to hard baits. So a couple of things in the hard baits. The old traditional Czar Spook, or we always just refer to it as Spook. You can see those are 20% off. I really like throwing around big fish, different forms of pencil poppers. The Duo Realis is on sale. And then my favorite personally, which is an expensive lure, right, is the Evergreen Shower Blow. That's what SB stands for. That bait is 20% off. And the good news about that is it's a $25 bait that unless you get around some stripers and make a really bad mistake, you're probably not going to lose that because it's a topwater. But I think that's one of the better big fish topwaters, that and the Magnum Catwalk on the marketplace. It's just a note here, and this is the case with a lot of the 6 Cent stuff. It's a little bit cheaper on the 6 Cents website than on the Tackle Warehouse website with the sales they've got going. So that Mag Catwalk is $20 at Tackle Warehouse and $17.50 at 6 Cents. So make sure and do a little price comparison before you make a big order. And then again, we're still on Tackle Warehouse. And by the way, links again, same thing with Tackle Warehouse. If you use my links, whether in the description below, just to the Tackle Warehouse website or to a product specifically or to a QR code you see on the screen, Tackle Warehouse supports the channel, and I'm very thankful for them to do that, for doing that. So 2 of the best wake baits, I think, in the marketplace, the Wake Shad from Strike King, and then the Movement from 6 Cents, both great baits. Then you see here, they also have some 6 Cent stuff on sale, some Duo Realis, some Evergreen crankbaits on sale. If you prefer the Hybrid Hunter over the Swank, very similar bait. Mostly it's just color differences. Strike King, those are on sale. on the Tackle Warehouse website. What I think are personally the two best really deep water crankbaits is the Strike King 10XD and the 6 Sense 500 DD. You can see the Strike King 10XD, you're never going to get a better price on that bait than that. So it's regular at $18 bait. It's marked down to $15. You take another $3 off of that. That's a great price on that bait. I don't think you're going to beat that price unless you find them in a clearance bin, somebody getting out of the tackle business. And then the 500 DD, that bait's on sale as well, 20% off. Bunch of jerk baits on sale, provokes, already marked down, and then another 20% off that. And then same way with rattle baits. All their traditional Bill Lewis rattle baits on sale, 50% off. The Booyah one knockers, 20% off. And by the way, you guys watch me trap fish or rattle bait fish at Rayburn. I throw and I just rotate through them right until I figure out what they want that day. A quake, a duke, a booyah, a rattle and vibe, a rattle trap, a Strike King red-eyed shad, Strike King red-eyed shad two knocker, two tap, I think what it's called. I have a little bit of all of them, and on any given day, I'll have 5, 7, 9 rods rigged up, and I just roll through them until they really start getting it in the mouth versus just slapping at it. So I own a little bit of all this. By the way, there's the Yozuri I just mentioned, the Quake I just mentioned, and then over to swim baits. So they've got a bunch of swim baits on sale as well. The Spro Sashimi swim bait, 6 Sense, the big trace, the little trace, the Southern hooks. Those guys are really popular on those herring lakes. The small trace, I mentioned that a second ago. You guys know I love throwing that big, sorry, I got a little choked up there. I love throwing that big Spro swim bait. Those are on sale. The Bookable, the Bull Shad, those things are on sale. Those are expensive lures, but so 20% off an $80 lure makes a difference. I think probably one of the most popular swim baits out there today. So that this is only my understanding from guys that I know and I trust in the swim bait space. The original Chad Shad maybe isn't the original Chad Shad anymore. Still getting 160-ish bucks for those. This is the mass-produced Chad Shad that apparently works really well, especially in comparison with some of the original stuff. So that's a $60 bait. You get 12 bucks off that bait. That's a really popular bait. Maybe some guys don't talk about it, but that's a really popular swim bait. And then the Speed Wake, which is the 6 Sense version of the Strike King Wake Shad. Again, real similar bait. Mostly just differences are in the colors available to you. And then a whole bunch of stuff. If you're into making lures, there's a bunch of lure making stuff on sale in here. I'm not going to dive into that. But there's also what I do enjoy is my tackle storage. I've got way too much tackle, as most of you guys do, if you're sitting here watching this video. But there's a bunch of hard and soft bait storage systems. That large view bait bag, that's brand new to 6 Sense. The small one is too, where they've got a window you can see into them. So those are on sale. I think those are on sale on the 6 Sense website as well. And then there's several Bass Mafia items in here. I know Bass Mafia is very popular. And then specifically, I mentioned there's just a couple of loose things on a specific loose sale. So here's where there's some really great deals. That orange reel in the middle and that reel with the red edges on the right, the MPLFS, those are two of the reels that I really started using a lot of because they're great price points to start. That Mock Crush reel, it's a fabulous reel, already marked down to $135, and now you can take another 27 bucks off of that, so you get that reel for under 100 bucks. That's a great deal. And likewise, so that MP reel, you'll notice when I crank, I have that reel in my hand a lot because that's one of the few luge reels that has I think it's a 5.6. Can't remember if it's a 5.1, 5.4, or 5.6, but it's an under 6-to-1 reel ratio. So it's really easy to crank big lures. So that's why you see me use that reel a lot. If you're looking for some crankbait reels, that is a great reel. And then there's also a couple of loose spinning reels on sale, plus the 20% off. Some great deals out there for you. So again, just wanted to show these to you. I've got a video coming to you guys Tuesday, which is the actual setup video before the fork tournament, where Jeff's walking me through how to operate and not fall out of the kayak. Maybe I didn't listen as good as I should have. If you haven't seen that video, there's a link right there. You can go check it out. And I apologize for the language in that video already if you haven't heard it, or if you're just now seeing it. So, but anyway, I want to show you those guys. Great items. Part 4 for the tackle warehouse sale starts. Sorry, I made a mistake there. This is the last of the Tackle Warehouse Black Friday sale. So this is part 3. I was thinking there were 4 parts. There's only 3. That sale ends December the 3rd. So you got a little bit of time on that. But the challenge there is, once stuff sells out, it's sold out on the sale. I don't think they'll let you back order stuff on sale price. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Thanks for tuning in. More videos this week. We'll see y'all soon.